Hey there, it's Carrie Van Ice here at Get Your Vibe Right, and today we're going to talk about how to use AI to help you with emotional regulation. No, I am not suggesting that you turn AI into your own personal emotional coach. I'm not sure how well that would go considering that AI is supposed to be devoid of emotion, but that is actually the premise that I want to talk about, is that AI can be neutral. The areas and ways that we sometimes cannot be neutral when we are overly charged. So this idea came to me recently when, in the span of a couple of days, two people that I work with came to me with business situations where things did not go as they liked, and they were ready to throw down on somebody and probably lose. So let me give you a little context. In one situation, the woman was a business coach and she had just started, talking and engaging a potential new client or clients, and they did not respect her time. They didn't understand what she did. They brushed her off, and she was enraged. She was so mad. She called me up and she's like, I'm just going to write him an email and tell him that I will not work with them. They don't understand me. They don't respect me. They don't know what I can do for them. They have no value for me. And I was like, okay, let's take a step back. Do you want to work with these people? A better question, do you want their money? And I'm not saying it's all about money, but let's keep it real. This is business. Business should be a place where we do not make snap decisions, and we certainly don't communicate in anger. So we talked it through. She calmed down a bit. We came up with some ideas on how to approach the situation in a way where she would be more neutral. And then at the end, I was like, you know what? Actually, why don't you also go to ChatGPT and put in the situation, describe the outcome that you want, and have it write you a script or an email in the most neutral, balanced, non-emotional way, yet using persuasive language so that there's a high possibility you're going to get the outcome that you want, and it takes your emotion out of the situation. So she did this, and the next day she called me up and she's like, it worked great. They're paying me today. Everybody's on board. It's a go. I was like, oh, that's great, because she was about to kill a potential deal because her ego was hurt. Let's just call it what it is, right? She was putting her emotion into a business deal, and using ChatGPT is a way where you can take that out of the equation and maybe allow you to step back and see it from a more neutral position, and at least give you some tips and ideas on how you can communicate your position in a persuasive way without offending the other person, without making it personal, without making it overly emotional, because in business, that's probably never going to go your way. So I'm not recommending that you do this to win an argument with your spouse or your loved one or somebody like that. But I am saying this is a tool that you can use if you're feeling overly charged emotionally and you need to have a confrontation, let's not call it that, a conversation, and work some things out in your life and especially in business. So I hope that you find this helpful. And if you disagree with me, by all means, let me know. But if you try this little trick and it works out for you, I would love to hear your insights on this. If you want to share in the comments below, and just let me know, how did this perspective of taking the emotion out of it change the outcome for you? I'd love to hear that. So again, Carrie, Get Your Vibe Right. If you really like these kinds of ideas and concepts, I love using everyday things to help us understand how to regulate our emotions, leverage the law of attraction, and just understand how energy works. So if that sounds appealing to you, stick around, subscribe, all the things, and I'll be back soon with another video to help you control your emotions rather than having your emotions control you.